So if we look at in today's world, it's not a hidden secret that most people want to, at full cost, take no responsibility for their own life. Neither when it comes to their health or to the happiness and joy they're experiencing. So what we do instead is that we are usually turning to things that are in a nature of a quick fix. So I wanted to make a little video and talk about how we do these things, both when it comes to the health we're experiencing, the diseases that it creates, and also to the, like I said, to the happiness and the joy that we want to experience in our lives. Because I mentioned it before, but if you look at the medical system, it's not directly any hidden. It's not a secret anymore that the medicines that they produce is not there to help people. They are made to treat symptoms. They are there to switch the focus from the main cause of the issue and to take away what the body is actually signaling at this point of time now, what's occurring inside the body. But it doesn't fix anything. But most people, they like to believe that it does, because they don't want to. Most people don't want, but most people that get to that point when they are experiencing some sort of disease or some sort of sickness in their life, is that they don't want to take the responsibility for their own health and to change, to make a lifestyle change or make a diet change. So instead we turn to the doctor, they prescribe a medicine or a pill or maybe an operation if we go that far, and the person is waiting for someone to fix them because they refuses to do it for themselves. And equally, it's true that when we are looking for happiness and joy in our lives, a lot of people tend to run away to things outside from ourselves, because we believe that in the objective world, in the objective materialistic world that we are experiencing, we think that we are gonna get something that is gonna fix the state that we're feeling now at this current moment. But one thing we need to understand is that if this point of time now, this present moment that you are actually listening to this video now is not good enough, you don't feel very good about yourself, you constantly need something to make you feel in a certain way. You want your phone to get notified on your phone. You want to see the next movie or the TV show. You want to taste a new type of food, or you want to go to a concert or a sports event. I don't know, whatever it is. Like you need to hook up with a new girl. You need to get into a new relationship. You need to buy the new car or maybe travel away. You know, there's always these things that we like to tend to move towards, because we know that will provide us with a little good feeling momentarily. But we also understand after a while that we have been doing it, that it will lean off, it will disappear. So it's not going to be persistent. So these two things are very connected. You know, it's like you can clearly see that it's a pattern here, that when we're talking about the health, people don't want to change and eat a more cleaner diet. They don't want to do what the body wants to do, which is to self-heal, but we rather want someone to prescribe a medicine, or like I said, operate on us to fix something. And also the same, that we don't want to do the real inner work, to actually go inside ourselves and actually find out why I'm feeling a certain way. Why does these emotions pop up while I'm doing certain things, while I'm not doing anything, basically? Why do I feel this way when I'm just sitting with myself and don't do anything? Why do I get restless? Why do I feel anxiety when I start to think about certain things? Why am I worried about the past that's already been? Or why am I worrying about the future, the perceived future that is going to come up? Why we were experiencing, why we can see this pattern is because it's a common, it's a common sickness, you can say, in the world. That I'm not talking about everyone now, obviously. There's a lot of people who are making changes, of course, but still I know many people in my life that I meet that they don't want to do it, you know, because it takes effort and it takes courage, you know, because I mean, it's tough, you know, it's not the easy way to live, but the reward is so much greater and fulfilling, and that's what we will experience. when we can overcome the sickness and diseases in our life and relieving the pain body experience, I mean, that reward is going to be tremendously more greater than whatever pill you're ever going to take, you know? And it's equally true that when we can get to the place that we are actually satisfied with who we are behind the levers of the personality, this innocent person who actually exists, when we can get to that place and we actually accept ourselves, and we can actually see that we can find the light in a lot of the moments that we experience on a daily basis, it's going to provide it with a much more fulfillment and such a more fulfilling emotion than anything else that we are trying to chase all the time. But I'm not saying that we shouldn't do the activities that I mentioned before. Of course you can do it, but we have to acknowledge there is a certain difference in the approach that we do towards it. The same with the foods that we're eating. I've been on a little, for the past few months, I've been on a little bit of a experimental phase in my own life, because I've been eating very clean for the past few years. But now I've been eating more like I used to, but I don't suffer mentally from it, because it has been a box in my life that I've been removing, which makes me feel so much better. And also the same when we're talking about the activities I mentioned there. Of course you can go out and you can watch movies, shows, I do it as well, and you can go to concerts or a sports event, or you want to, I don't know, have sex with your partner or create a relationship, whatever you want to do, try things. Of course we hate to experience things, but it's not in the experience in itself, it's the way how we approach it. Because it's a totally different thing when we approach these things that I used to do myself a lot, because I used to live my life in search for this quick moment of I'm feeling so good, you know. But then it just disappeared, because it doesn't last, you know. It can only last when I'm accepting myself and I can get to peace with who I am. That's when we change the game. So everything comes down to the approach that we have towards things. The approach that we are chasing things because we think it's going to provide with such a fulfilling feeling, and it's going to be something that's going to last, but it will never do it. I made a few videos about it now, and I also made a video about the guy who put up a video himself because he has sold his company for millions of dollars, and still he felt depressed. He felt that he was lacking something, because I think on some level he hoped that the company he sold and the money he gained was going to provide some sort of nirvana feeling, nirvana state, you know, like this bliss, you know. But it doesn't work like that. But of course, like I said, we're here to experience things. That's the whole point of living, because in the experience, that's when we know things. That's when we get down to the truth. But we need to separate the reason why we're doing things. I'm actually traveling right now. I'm in Dominican Republic, in Santo Domingo, the capital. And on my hotel that I'm staying, and actually on the whole street here, there's tons of casinos. And I've noticed that I think they actually are open 24/7, because it looks like people are going in and out all the time. And there you have an example of people who, it's not wrong with going in and have fun, you know, I'm not saying that, but it gets an issue and it gets a problem when that's your source of happiness. That's your source of actually meaning of living. Because when we go in there all the time and we are waiting for something to fix our issues, that will never happen, and that's the problem. So that's why usually these type of people who are chasing these things tend to partake in these kind of activities. But neither of the activities that we can do is wrong in itself, because they're just activities, they just are. But if we can get to the place when we are actually satisfied with ourselves, it doesn't matter if I'm gonna be a millionaire tomorrow, or if I'm gonna have a successful business, or if I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna have a lot of followers and status. If none of those things matters for my own happiness and joy, it doesn't matter. Who cares? And if I want to experience that and it happens, that's just like the icing on the cake, you know, the thing that puts a little little glimpse in the life, you know, but we can be equally happy without it. So it's not any source of happiness or any source of peace and joyfulness in my life, because I've already found it. I already got it, you know. So I think that's what I always like to say this, that in the Western world, it's so common that we always like to do it the other way around. We want to chase the materialistic things. We want to chase the status and the fame. And we want to be someone before we have actually fixed who we really are. We have actually turned back and got home to who we really are behind the layers. But like in the Eastern world, they are much better there. Let's say India, maybe Japan, China, Vietnam, Philippines, those kind of countries. They have a different culture there. They rather fix the inner issues first and be calm and finding peace before they actually take on the world and take on the things that we want to experience. So everything comes down to this, basically. So it's the way how we approach things. And also connected to diet and health there, it's the same there. Like I never want to limit myself in a way that I can't try new foods because I am this type of person who eats only this way. Sure, if that's what you want to do, okay. But I am very happy that I got to the place that I know how healing works, and I know how disease and sickness works, and that it's only a way for your body to tell you that something is wrong. Because that's what its symptoms are created. Because they are signaling to you that you need to change. And I'm very happy that I got to the place that I understand how these things works. But I can now enjoy myself things, and I know how to prevent like it to hurt myself. Because I know that I can fast and I can eat extremely clean the way after, so that the body have time to clean and eliminate the things that you have been putting in. So when we can get to the understanding of these things, everything becomes much better. And I think that's my main message with this video, that we're allowed to do whatever we want, and it's nothing wrong in the experience in itself that we do, because they just are. But it's our approach towards it. It's the approach that we want to find something extraordinary in the experience in itself, because we need to find it from here before we can expect anything like that. So if we are just eating fast food and high rewarding foods all the time because we feel so bad about ourselves, that's an enormous issue. The same way that we are running weight, maybe sleeping around, maybe hooking up, maybe drinking too much alcohol, I don't know, doing drugs, going to events all the time, working non-stop 24/7. That's also an issue. So we can connect these two and see the patterns here, that it's a way from ourselves to escaping the inevitable work that we have to do on ourselves to become better. Yeah, that's just what I want to have said. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and please leave a comment down below, and we talk soon again guys. So take care now, and Merry Christmas as well, because it's coming up in a few days. So Merry Christmas to you all, and have a fantastic holiday season, and we talk soon. Bye bye.